Welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 podcast. I'm your host, Crimson.
And 15 PCA?
Native 454.
Be sure to check us out over on Twitter at C15 Podcast. So another anime is being made into a live-action movie, and this time it's My Hero Macaroni, My Hero Academia.
Macaroni.
Yeah, I call it macaroni.
Yeah.
It's because people call it by the Japanese.
There's a lot of funny, quick things you can find on the internet on that.
Get over yourself. Just call it My Hero Academia. You don't need to say the Japanese version. You're freaking weak.
That's what makes it funny.
It's just one of those dumb things where it's like people are all over the show. I tried watching it because oh, you like comic book superheroes, you're gonna love My Hero Academia. Well, I grew up with comic books in the 90s and late 80s where the comic books were amazing. If My Hero Academia is put up against those, it's awful.
So the sad truth is it'd just be okay now. Because that's how bad the comic books are doing now.
The way that Marvel and DC have been handling their books, for the most part, have been on the downturn. So something like My Hero Academia, which is more, I don't say lighthearted, it does have its moments of darkness and stuff, but that's why people think it's good. But guys, it's just, anime doesn't do superheroes well.
That's something that we generally do better. We just do.
The American style superhero, I know their One Punch Man is a parody of the whole situation.
It's a parody of superheroes, shonen.
Basically how Superman pretty much can do everything. That's Saitama can do basically
anything.
That makes sense in this thing, but the My Hero Academia just falls into the same shonen tropes. Oh, he ends up joining a team, and he has a rival, and he has to get a little bit better, and the guy's a little better than him. Then he finds a new ability, and he just gets a little bit better than him. It's the same shonen tropes
and then
over and over and over again.
Once he beats the main bad guy, there's a new bad guy.
Who's just a little bit stronger than he is.
Yeah, so it's constant.
I accept it in Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
I accept
was one of the first to
I
do
accept
it,
it in
though.
one thing, but it's the same stuff over and over again. It's and their powers are kind of dumb.
Yeah.
The frog girl, and there's a lot of these things. I know it's not saying that Marvel invented every superhero, but you can see the parallels between characters.
Yeah.
Okay, you have Toad, and then you have this little frog girl who's basically same exact powers.
Yeah.
Then there's people like that guy who's little grapes. Have you seen any?
No, I haven't.
He can throw his little sticky balls, and it's it's so stupid. I don't get it. And then live action, this sounds even dumber.
I'm going to say this right now, and I saw this as a meme, and I totally agree with it. My Hero Academia was live action Sky High. It is exactly what it is.
Yeah, there was a Sky High, which I actually enjoyed that movie back before Disney had the Marvel license, where it was a bunch of kids that went to high school that were superheroes, like the kids of superheroes.
But they would hate it because if it was an American thing, they would absolutely hate it.
Yeah,
that's what gets me so mad. You would not care about this.
And they're doing a live action thing, so again, like we said, every single time a live action anime thing is brought up, it will always fail unless it's 1,000 trillion% Japanese.
Yeah. But in this case, I don't care about the material, so it doesn't matter to me if it fails or not.
But yeah, it's just sad. It's just, I don't feel like this will lend itself to a movie very well, because you're going to need a high budget, you're going to need a lot of good action scenes. It's it's a lot to do on a risk of just an anime show. You know what I mean?
And it's Legendary doing it, because we announced that Legendary was doing Gundam.
Yeah.
And they also are doing the Godzilla films. They did Pacific Rim. So they do a lot of these big set piece type movies. And it's can they make an Avengers quality film?
Everyone wants to do that.
Yeah.
But the problem is, My Hero Academia, I don't think I have to tell you, and it's not as big as they think it is. It's not. I mean, people in the anime community know about it, but you ask anyone outside of it, what the hell is that? No one knows what that is. Yeah. There's no attachment. Like if you did a Sailor Moon, okay, well, people remember Sailor Moon growing up. Gundam, people remember Gundam. No one remembers this.
Yeah, I bet you go to the theaters, you see the trailer, maybe the kids might be excited, but you're going to be like, what? Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's no cross appeal here.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And so this is a movie announcement for weebs, but the weebs will destroy it if just a single non-Japanese person touches the script, they will destroy this movie.
Imagine the main character being white.
It'll be over with. It has to be Japanese.
I'm hoping they do that so they can concentrate on that and leave Battle Angel alone when that eventually comes out.
That looks so good. But here's the thing. It's just one of those stupid things where people don't think that if something was created somewhere, it has to be exactly like that. There's things called adaptations. Yeah. You can adapt things. Mm-hmm. Don't you get every Western made was an adaptation of a samurai story?
Yeah.
All the great Westerns. You can do it.
And there's great crossover.
Yeah, there's crossover there, and it makes sense. Because, the lone cowboy is kind of like the lone Indian, the
lone samurai, yeah.
And it makes sense. But in this day and age, you can't do that anymore.
No.
So this just, unless they want it to be like the what was the Netflix one? The one with the
Death Note?
No, the other Alchemy one.
Fullmetal Alchemist.
Fullmetal Alchemist. That sucked. It was all Japanese cast, Japanese guy with blonde hair. The weebs loved it, but everyone else hated it. It's just one of those things where that's.
But there's no one situation because the problem is if non-anime fan wants to see this, they say, well, the hardcore fans don't like it now. I'm like, so you can't win. It's a lose-lose either way.
We can't have nice things, and that is truly the God honest truth. When it comes to anime movies, you can't do it.
No, and the sad part is
not live action, unfortunately.
In anime too, there are characters that aren't Japanese. You can clearly tell that they're not.
Yeah, they're European. Like in
Fullmetal Alchemist is supposed to be all German.
Yeah,
German
exactly.
descent, European.
So
Attack on Titan, same thing, German again.
It's supposed to be like like Denmark, that kind of area. Yeah. It's all Japanese because a Japanese guy made it. No, my God, I can't stand it. It makes me go crazy how stupid people can be.
It's almost like they feel like, if you draw in the Japanese style, they have to be Japanese. No.
But it's funny, it's never the other way around, though.
No.
They can take American adaptations and have a Japanese cast. No.
Just because we can't get just because something comes from a certain creator, the creator's nationality has no impact on the actual story.
No,
it shouldn't unless it's like a period piece. Like I'm going to talk about medieval England. It would make no sense if all the characters were Asian. Like that wouldn't make any sense. No. But if it's something like this, you can adapt it. But if let's say you took a story that was, from medieval times, and like, let me adapt it and let's do it in Japan, where it's during feudal Japan times, and just adapt the characters to a different setting.
Exactly.
That's okay. You can do that. I don't understand why it's become so taboo to do that.
I don't know.
Or like you said, or you could take something like an adaptation of like Ninja Scroll and put it like you said in the Wild West.
Yeah,
it makes sense.
Make it about outlaws and cowboys,
and one outlaw wants to kill this other one, and he's going after.
And
him.
all the different outlaws have like superpowers.
Yeah,
and stuff.
and he's and this cowboy is kind of like the Jesse James. He's giving to the stealing from the rich, giving to the poor, but they don't like that. Like you could even have your little thing in there.
A good example would be Trigun. Was totally like a samurai type story, but it was done in the West.
It was a planet that was like a desert planet.
And it was a Japanese anime, so it went from Japan, a Japanese idea, taking American ideas and then making it.
And it was a pretty solid series.
I like it. Bash was a cool guy.
Yeah.
But it's just another one of those things that all these things are going to fail because you have such staunch dummies who just think everything from Japan, every idea has to be a trillion billion % Japanese.
Oh, and they go so far they don't even want subtitles. You don't even understand Japanese, you idiot. They're gibberish to you. You don't know what they're saying.
Yeah, so you can just look at a screen that has like...
I know, I'm sorry. It's like the words are coming up, but you don't know what's happening. I gotta watch it now because I'm a real fan. Oh, shut up. I hate you people that think like that.
It's just
so annoying. I'm sorry.
I really don't care about My Hero Academia in any way.
But we're just doing on a broader context what's going to happen.
And it's going to happen. I foresee it happening.
Yeah.
I know
Every time we could say it.
And it all started with Ghost in the Shell, which was a solid... It was a solid B.
Yes.
It's a solid adaptation of a storyline, and they added some stuff, took some things out, mixed together certain things from the movies and TV
What gets me mad, it led itself to sequels. That's what gets me mad.
Yeah.
And we're not going to see those.
We're never going to get them. Hey,
no.
God, Japanese. Toko wasn't Japanese, you idiot. She's a machine body. She didn't...
Yeah,
she's not...
Oh my God, if you look at that picture of Scarlett Johansson, the first image, where she's looking at that screen, and you look at her face, you look at the Major, they look the same.
Especially in the first movie.
Yeah.
Where they didn't,
make her
porn star her up like in the TV series.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's just as soon as that was like the test bed, and that failed. So everything after that's going to fail.
Yeah.
Either way, you put American actors in there or famous actors in there, it's going to fail because the weebs are going to destroy it. You make it all Japanese cast, only the hardcore go see it, which is only like 10 people.
And the sad truth is, in Japan, they don't care.
They don't care. The
That's
actual people don't care. I'm offended for you.
Yeah, and they hate that. They're like, we like Scarlett Johansson. She's a good actress. She looks like the Major. They were interviewing them, and they were shocked to realize their answers. They don't give a crap.
They're almost like, well, you're not offended? They're like, no, we don't care about that.
No, she actually looks like the person that we...
Yeah, from the anime.
That we predicted.
Yeah.
No, okay.
Yeah.
So it's just, I foresee another failure. And this is, like you said, this is very special effects heavy because it's a superhero story. I can't imagine this looking good. It's going to look like Fullmetal Alchemist movie, which looked like garbage. If you see the trailer where that thing's turning up the ground, expecting Bugs Bunny to pop out.
Attack at Times was pretty bad too.
Yeah, that was so bad.
I mean, I'm not a fan of it, but
that was another awful one.
Trailer on there,
and like you said, and then you have a big budget show like Gundam coming out. Like you don't need
put all the money to Gundam.
I want to see some good mobile suits. Dang it!
Yeah, and that's another one. The Principality of Zeon. They're like European. They're more German, kind of like in that Nazi parallel there.
Yes. Look at Char. A blonde, fair-skinned man. How many Japanese people? I'm sorry to say, how many real blonde, fair-skinned?
I get the thing like Amuro. It's just so
Amuro, fine. You can make Amuro Japanese if you wanted to.
But everyone has to be Japanese. You can't have a single Caucasian.
Remember how it used to be if you just had one and that was, and you had that check mark and you're okay? That doesn't work anymore. Has to be 100%.
I wish I would. If I would have won that lottery, I wanted to make an anime adaptation, but make all the characters African American and see what they would do.
They
would have to blow their head. They'd have to kill themselves.
Yeah, I know, right?
They can't say it's crap because they can't say African American actors are crap, and they're like, oh no, people of color, Japanese.
That's exactly what happened, and I thought it was an okay live adaptation of Death Note. I mean, I don't care if people didn't like. I liked it, and. They made L black and they didn't say anything about him because he was black.
They kind of hated on the film, but they never really touched L, which I think he actually did a good job.
He did a really good job.
He was a very stoic, strong character.
Like how L.
L is, And
he had his little weird, his little
secrets. He's eating food and all that. That's weird little. And sitting like this with his.
Like he perches on chairs. Yeah. But going back to My Hero Academia, I've said I'm not the biggest fan of it. I'm glad it exists and people do like it. I don't hate it like I do other things. But I just this is a good way to make this thing fail.
Yeah.
Is to make a live action adaptation. It's a good way to make it fail.
Yeah. Yep.
Just let it die. Crimson Sin here. Thanks for watching and be sure to like, sub, and share. Also, for the most up-to-date information about the podcast, follow us on Twitter at C15 Podcast.